Hello and welcome back to Hilltop Talks. Today I am joined by the one and only Connor Wells.
Hello there.
Connor, tell us a bit about yourself, mate. What do you do? How do you do it?
Well, today I'm touching grass for first time in a long time.
Oh yeah.
We rarely go outside, but yeah, I'm a freelance photographer, videographer, podcast producer. Occasionally appear in front of camera myself when I can muster up the will to, or free time that I can do it. Yeah, I've been full time for about 5.5 years now.
How the hell did that happen?
You know the meme of the guy on the computer? He's like, and it's literally like that.
Yeah.
Like,
what?
Blink
Like,
and it's gone.
how did you get started? Because like so I did some little bit of research because I've known you for 3 years now. Can you believe that?
That's mad.
It's been 3 years.
Jeez.
So I first met you at a Costa in Stevenage, Old Town.
That is true, actually. Yeah.
In September 2022. And that's where it all sort of started.
Mad.
And we've done a total of 8 jobs together, believe it or not.
True. Wedding,
karate tournaments,
events,
most recently a marathon,
midnight marathon thing.
Yeah, tons of stuff really. It's
Yeah.
been mad. But yes, how did you get started? What made you want to become a photographer, videographer, podcast producer, and occasional in front of cameraman?
Occasional in front of cameraman. Yeah, so my first ever camera was this, my mum got it for me. I think it was like a high school, well, here in the UK, secondary school, America, high school, secondary school camera for my prom, hoping that I would take loads of pictures with my friends, and I ended up just taking pictures of the buffet and the outside of Neville's Barnes, and it was a tiny little Sony point and shoot.
Nice.
Fell in love with it, would leave like an hour early on like walking to school just to go and mess around with it and take photos, figure out all the settings, use the classic isolate the colour preset. Yeah, we've all been there.
Nice.
All been there. And then I lost it. I don't know where I lost it, probably on a walk to school. And then I bought, don't hate me for this,
Go on.
I bought a Nikon.
And how did that make you feel?
Depressed, mate. I was still recovering.
Still recovering.
Yeah, still have nightmares about that autofocus. Yeah, but no, I bought a Nikon. I was young and naive, and then, yeah. Then when I switched to a Canon, a little Canon M50,
nice.
That was like the popular camera at the time. It was great, and I just started doing shoots for friends, family. That can go away. So if you're seeing that in the video form,
massive little wasp.
Yeah, size of a pigeon. Massive. And started doing shoots for free. Then started like charging for shoots because I was like, do you know what, I like a bit of this. And at this time I was a nursery teacher, so completely different ends of the career spectrum. So I would like call in sick to work to do shoots. Any chance that I've got an afternoon shift, I do a shoot in the morning.
Yeah, nice.
Shoots on the evenings, weekends, and then just slowly started building my way up from there.
Yeah. So at what point did you think, I can start charging for this? Because that's something that
it's tricky, isn't it? When
people are starting out, I've had like students come to me and say, oh, how do you know what to charge? How do you know when to charge? At what point did you start charging? And how much were you charging at the beginning? Because I know that's a tricky situation for everyone.
Yeah.
And it remains that way for a while, I suppose.
And it's always a weird thing with like the British people to discuss. You know, we've got that stiff upper lip, we never talk money and all that sort of stuff. But I'm pretty open. Like I started doing little portrait shoots for people. Probably started charging like 20 quid for like a little hour session. Go to a woods, do a little autumn shoot, family shoot for your dog and all that sort of stuff. And then as my cost of gear increased, my experience increased, skill level increased, you just up it, and obviously inflation as well, which always seems to increase.
That joyous times,
yeah. And since February this year, that's increased, and I've now got to charge VAT, so that's
congratulations.
Also fun. Yeah,
that's a pretty major milestone.
That's good fun. That is good
anyone,
fun.
really.
It is good. It's like a great milestone, but also like,
yeah. Suddenly I've got to charge you an extra 20%. Marvelous.
Carnage.
Was that transition for like current clients? Was that transition quite difficult to negotiate, or was that all right?
I thought it was gonna, like, when my accountant sort of let me know.
Yeah.
In probably November time. Yeah. You've reached the threshold. You've got to start charging VAT from February. I was like, okay, explain that to me, because I'm awful with numbers, so explain that to me. And I was like, right, so I've got to charge my clients, which I'm already charging a hefty bag for, charge them an extra 20%. And the main worry was the clients that are more like individuals and not businesses that can't claim that 20% back.
Yeah.
But luckily, I think I've only lost like 1 or 2 clients.
Okay.
Out of probably about, well, God knows how many. So a very small amount.
In comparison to the bigger picture, yeah, fair enough.
Which has been absolutely fine. I thought it was going to be like super stressful.
Yeah.
But then my accountant on my first 4 months from February charging VAT, I was like, right, okay, here we go. How much do I have to pay? And she went, oh, no, you don't. Also, we're putting a claim in for like 2.5 grand from the last 4 years worth of expenses.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, cool. So sick. So how much VAT? And she went, no, you don't have to pay VAT. I was like, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm actually getting money, but I know the next month I have to pay VAT, and I know that's just going to be a completely different story.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Fun times.
So what's your like your bread and butter then, your day to day? What's your like type of shoot that you would go on and like is constantly coming in sort of thing? Constantly
coming in is short form content inquiries.
Yep.
So much short form vertical content. I was joking with someone the other day that it still feels weird to go to a video shoot or like do your pre-production call and ask them, are we having this vertical or landscape? Is this for like YouTube or is it for TikTok?
And then you get the awkward one where they're like, oh, can you shoot it both? And you're like, fine,
I can,
yeah, sure.
You're gonna have to crop it and I'm gonna have to frame it a certain way.
Yeah.
But yeah, mostly it's short form content and events actually. Like events like coverage, so whether it's photos, highlight reels, vox pops, all that sort of stuff.
What's your favourite out of the lot?
Oh, events. I actually really like events, even though it's like a really long day. It could be anywhere between like anywhere from like a 5-hour event day to that event we did at the O2, which was 13 hours,
something like that. Yeah,
it was like we got there to the O2 at 8 a.m. left at like quarter-to-midnight or something. We definitely didn't need to be there till quarter-to-midnight, but we got some cool dance floor stuff, and it was a pretty cool venue. But that was like a 13-hour day, and then I was flying to Dubai that morning as well. That was rough. That was really rough. But the thing with events is every edit can be different.
Yeah.
Which I like, which I enjoy. Whereas if it was like wedding films, I kind of feel like every wedding film edit is the same. Is that a hot take?
I'd say it could be considered a hot take.
Could be a hot take.
Like, so, there's a bee about to land on the camera. And it's gone. Amazing.
It's gone. See ya.
I wouldn't say it's a hot take. I think some people would consider it a hot take.
I think the wedding videographers are like, no, every wedding film is the same.
It's all different. It's all different, but it's the same thing.
The same thing. The same order, bridal prep, ceremony, speeches and
very like rigid structure in terms of like story-wise.
Unless like something real interesting happens, like something completely out of the blue at the wedding day that you might chuck in a different order, or I don't know, the bride does a speech or the bride walks herself down the aisle or something different. Like it always just does film like the same edit. Those events can be different.
Do you go into events with like a story in mind in terms of like when you go there, you're like, right, I'm going to get the outside, I'm going to get the establishing and do all the stuff, little interactions, all that sort of stuff. And
I've always got like a little tick list that I make on the pre-production call.
Nice.
I use this sick AI program called Fathom. It's like it joins your Zoom call as a guest, and it's like an AI note taker.
Cool.
Which is pretty sick.
Highly
recommend that. And it will just, after the Zoom call, it will AI transcribe it, do like action points, to-do lists out all the videos and content you want to get and whatever you talk about. And I always discuss the shot list in there. So establishing shots first thing in the morning. So most of the time of an event, I arrive to the event with the camera already set up, or a sort of camera, whether it be like my actual Sony camera or even an Osmo, or even just my phone. I've snuck iPhone footage into an event and no one's realised. I
think that's the thing as well, it's very much, with events, it's very much using what you have available at the time and just going.
It's so run and gun. I was shooting Tri-Fest the other day and I had like my big Sony camera and didn't have any like audio really, because I don't really capture the audio from that. And someone was like, oh, can let's get a quick interview with this guy. I was like, I don't have any mics, fuck it, bust the phone out. And that was the treat.
Nice.
Did a bit of AI, fixed the audio, shot in like ProRes log, so it was like a 1 minute interview and it ended up being like 10 gig.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But it's so run and gun, you just sort of work with what you got. But going back to like the shot list kind of thing, yeah, definitely have like a story in mind, particularly.
Yeah.
If I've had the pre-production call, which I always try to get,
Yeah.
some clients, they're not too keen on it, or they don't have the time, or they're just like, oh, we'll do it live, we'll figure it out on the day.
Yeah.
Which is always super fun. But yeah, always come like, yeah, pretty much prepared with the shot. Oh yeah, more tea, Vicar.
More tea, Vicar.
More tea, Vicar.
So,
Cheers,
thank you. Cheers.
Good.
So a little hilltop talks comes. So how? One thing I think I get a lot of people ask me, especially those who are starting out, is how do you even prepare for a shoot? And I think that also ties into a question I was going to ask you just now, which is how important do you think pre-production is for a shoot?
Oh, pre-production is so important.
And what's the most important bit for you?
Making sure everybody's on the same page, everybody has the same expectations, and that you know what success looks like for the client, and not when it comes to the end of the shoot and the videos. So I always want to know, for example, let's take one of my regular clients who I pretty much shoot with every week, famous chicken shop, Chicken George, shoot all their content. I know we've had one discovery call, he slid into my DMs and was like, I want to work with you. Then we had a little face-to-face chat about what kind of stuff they want to shoot. And I know that the success for the content that we shoot is get people through the door wanting to come and try the food. For an event, it could be we want to make it look busy to advertise it for next year and make it look like a real fun, family-friendly day. So preparation for a shoot is so important, because if you don't know what you're going in for, you don't know what gear to bring, you don't know, there's so many things that you just won't know.
Yeah, I mean, I say that all the time, is that it is so important to be actually prepared. And my wife, she says that I sort of over prepare a bit.
I don't think you can
over prepare. Like, that's what I mean, is that if you get shoots where it's like, it's so run and gun, and it's like, you need to be able to be over here in one instant, get a little vox pop, get a little interview, and then pop over here, capture some footage of people dancing and people doing everything like that. You need to be able to have a setup that is able to do all of that with minimal changing, or if any changing at all. True.
It's tricky with events, but for interviews, super easy. Yeah,
it is a lot easier for interviews. And I think like this, for example, is a camera, a couple of mics, and away we go, sort of thing.
Light work.
Which is great. And yeah, I think that the preparation side of things is always important.
Same with like discovery calls. I want to make sure that I'm a good fit for them, they're a good fit for me. If there's any red flags that stand out, because you could go into a shoot without meeting the client, and you're like, red flags on this. Red flags. So that's also comes into like the preparation side of things as well, I think.
Yeah. So on the equipment side of things now, what system do you shoot with?
So
currently,
main cameras are Sony's.
Yep.
But then I also have the sort of Leica down here. I very much use that for
beast of a camera.
60 megapixels, 61 megapixels, 8K video.
Yeah.
Comes out mainly for BTS.
Yeah.
And sort of more the documentary kind of style stuff. But I do use this a lot for photography. I'd say portrait shoots and all that sort of stuff is my main photo camera. But the main sort of beast is the A7 IV and the ZVE1.
Yeah, nice.
Because the ZVE1 is lightweight. But Sony called it a vlogging camera, despite that it can do, nerd talk here, 4K, 120 frames a second in S-Log3, S-Cinetone, 10-bit colour, and they call it a vlog camera.
Wild,
absolutely wild. What vlogger is shooting log 120 frames a second in 4K footage? Like, mad. So I use that a lot for events because it's good and run and gun, but then mainly for video, but if I need like a hybrid of photo and video, A7 IV.
Yeah, nice.
And so mixture of Holy Trinity lenses.
Of course.
Gotta be done.
We'll get onto that in just a second. So the Leica, I've got to go back to that, because for a lot of people that is a grail camera.
It is.
It was
definitely like a milestone purchase camera.
Yeah. What was it like when you finally realised, you know what, I can afford this, I'm gonna get it?
It was nuts.
Let's go.
So I I'd say I'm pretty good with money, organising it, saving it, not spending it on stupid stuff. There's a few bits of dumb gear that I've bought and I've like instantly regret, but the Leica definitely wasn't one of them. Like when I basically sold a whole bunch of stocks and shares that I'd been putting away, investing in.
Did you put them away and invest to get that camera specifically?
Pretty much. Yeah. Nice. When this was announced, I was like, yes, I want one.
It's going to be
I need
mine.
one. I will have it. And for literally about 6 months, maybe.
Yeah.
I was just constantly just putting money from here, there, and everywhere away, in the sole purpose of buying that camera.
Yeah.
And they're always sold out. They're so hard to come by. They're always like back ordered, or if you go onto like sites like Wex, it's always on pre-order or special order coming soon. But then I went to Park Cameras and they had one in stock, so I literally click and collected the day that I withdrew from my like free trade account, and I was like, I went down to London, got it in person. I was like, I'm not risking delivery on that, so went and got it in person, double bagged it, took it home, and it's such a good feeling. Yeah, because it is like a milestone camera. It's one of those cameras that you'd like never sell.
Yeah, exactly. It's that and your first camera.
Yeah, camera.
You never sell your first camera unless you lose it, of course.
I still got the Nikon.
Okay.
Yeah,
nice.
Still got the Nikon. It's somewhere up in my wardrobe somewhere.
I think so. My first camera was a Fujifilm. It was a Fujifilm. It was one of those ones with a 20 times zoom, and it was fancy. It was all like a big DSLR.
They're popular now, the Fujis.
Really popular now. But the thing is, this was like the old body Fujis. It was bright silver. Right, it had a built-in flash, and it had a grand total of 8 megapixels.
Cooking.
Yeah,
cooking.
Yeah, it was major. And that camera was what got me started. So
love that.
That didn't have any changeable lenses or anything like that.
Yeah, this is a fixed lens.
That's a fixed lens, is it?
That's fixed 28mm.
I did not know that.
Yeah, but you, obviously with 60 megapixels, you can crop into 35, 50, 70 and 90.
Yeah, nice.
Which is nice.
How do you go about choosing your... So for your Sonys, for example, how do you go about choosing your lenses for each job? And what is your holy trinity of lenses? Because I know it differs from brand to brand.
I've got... I think Canon is like 15 to 35, isn't it? I've got the Sony 16 to 35 for wide angle. That's a Zeiss f4 lens. I was thinking of getting the f2.8, but I don't use that lens enough to warrant it needing f2.8, and I mostly use it outside for like establishing shots to get the wider side of things. Yeah. And obviously I want it to be looking crispy, so f4 is absolutely fine. Yeah, perfect. And it's a Zeiss lens, so it's super sharp anyway. I've got 2 Sigma 24-70s. I've got the Mark 1, which has taken an absolute beating. I've had that lens since I first started. Like the rubber on the zoom has all come off. Like there's a crack on the filter thread barrel from where it fell off a tripod.
Nice.
Still works, still autofocuses, no cracks on the lens, still an absolute beast. But but now I've got the Mark 2, which is lighter, smaller, and even sharper. Then I've got the 70-200 f2.8 G Master Mark 1.
Lovely.
Didn't really want to get the Mark 2. Why? The only difference I noticed was it's slightly lighter weight. Yep. And slightly different, like slightly better autofocus. But when I used it at the Sony booth, I was like, this is absolutely fine. I don't need to spend another £500 on a Mark II. Yeah. Like, if it's heavier, it's fine. Gains.
Happy days.
And then, literally. And then prime lenses. I've got quite a few prime lenses. There's one still that I want, but I've got a 50mm f1.4 G Master, a 24mm G Master, an 85mm, and I think that's it for prime lenses. I do want a 35mm prime. Yeah, that would be nice.
I do like my 35mm prime. I've got a Sigma one. It's a 1.4, and it is delightful.
I'm going to Rome next month, and there's a nice Sony shop there, so I'm going to see.
Oh no, what a terrible shame.
Oh, gutted. Got all this holiday money left over.
Oh dear.
What are we going to
do? Are you like me in the sense that there's one lens that sort of sticks to your camera?
24-70.
Yeah, see, that's the same for me. 24-70. I think that's the same for a lot of people in video and photo world.
It's just the ultimate run and gun lens. It just covers all bases. You got like sort of mid wide with the 24mm, mid tele with 70. You got 50mm for the sort of portrait kind of stuff, whether it's photo or video. It's just a great lens, man.
It is
so good. It just covers all bases. I could easily go to a shoot with 2 cameras and two 24-70s.
And then
And
you're
be
set.
absolutely comfortable with the results.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's so good.
So on this, I use I'm filming on the C70, for those who wanted to know. I use the 24-105 a lot, which is an f4, but because of the speed booster, it makes it an f2.8.
Ah, nice.
So it's the ultimate, like,
I had a speed booster on my
janky hack
M50
thing. Yeah, nice.
because that was APS-C. But you put the speed booster on, it makes it full frame equivalent.
Yeah.
But also gives it an extra stop of light. So my f1.8 little 50-pound Canon 50mm would be f1.2.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Which is crazy.
Absolutely ridiculous, but it's very, very cool. What's one piece of equipment that never leaves your bag? Not your camera, not audio, just random piece of equipment.
Bit of equipment.
I'll help you out with mine if that's any use.
Yeah, go for yours.
So my one is a set of Allen keys.
Ah, yeah.
It's a little, you know, those small rig.
Yeah,
things?
I've got one of them.
It's perpetually in my bag.
It is great. I don't know if
I think I've got it with me, but knowing me, I've probably left it at home today because
you know what?
I didn't need
what
it.
it is. This thing, power bank.
Nice, yeah.
Freaking love a power bank. This thing, it's an Anker one, 165 watt max output.
Jesus.
100 watt, so as in like max single output. So it can charge my MacBook from dead to flat. It's got this little handle, but also it's a USB-C cable as well.
Perfect.
And it's a retractable one.
Oh, that's actually very cool.
Pretty sick. It's got a screen. I'll plug like a camera in to charge it. I'll plug a monitor in to use it as like sort of dummy power. Charge my phone on the go, laptop on the go. This thing's sick. Literally never leaves my bag, except for now. It's great. I love it.
Yeah. Always
bring a power bank, whether it's for a video shoot, photo shoot, or just on the go, sort of everyday carry kind of thing.
Yeah. So I've got a couple of more questions for you, if you will.
Fire away.
How do you feel about the term creative?
Creative?
Because it's something that I've been in conversations recently where the term creative really annoys people. Because it's like, what are you creating?
Yeah, some people really hate the term creative because they're like, no, I'm a filmmaker, or I'm a documentary filmmaker, or no, I'm a portrait photographer. But it kind of all does fall under the same bracket. You are doing something creative. You are being creative. So you are a creative in a way. Like, I don't mind the term. I've got that term on various different bits of copy on my website or in my sort of bio site. I don't like kind of link tree kind of thing. I like the term creative. You know,
I think it covers a lot of bases.
It does. Yeah.
It does because essentially you are a creative person. If you're doing photo, video, you know, even podcasting to an extent, you are being creative. You're choosing where the light is and choosing all the different aspects of the shoot to make it look good.
You are creating, but also problem solving as well.
Oh,
it's non-stop problem solving.
Massively.
But I think as well, if you're a graphic designer, if you're an animator, if you're a website builder, I think again that's all sort of creative as well.
Yeah.
It's all in the creative field. I don't get the people that are like, oh, don't call me a creative, or like, same with like, don't call me a content creator.
Yeah, but what do you do for a living?
Create content.
There you go.
Yeah,
it's wild.
Yeah.
So like, what would you say to someone starting out now? What would be your biggest piece of advice to someone starting now if they came to you and said, look, how do I get to where you are?
Don't think you'll do it in like 6 months. Like, I thought I'll get a camera, the jobs will come flooding in. No, it's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of late nights, early hours, unsociable hours, so many unsociable hours with this job. It's definitely not a 9 to 5, and I wouldn't change that for the world. I wouldn't want a 9 to 5. That, like, again, sort of like my hot take is I could never do wedding films all day, like as my thing. If you do wedding films, I think that's great, but you have to really love doing wedding films, because you know your Friday to Sunday, the odd midweek one, it's just going to be the same. And then it will feel like a 9 to 5. Whereas for me, just work your way up slowly and know that it ain't gonna sort of be there. Like, you're not going to be full time in 6 months. It took me about a year. It's not going to be
instant.
And it was like the worst possible time that I went full time, because I quit the day before lockdown.
Yeah,
which was great fun. So good fun.
How did you deal with that?
Just literally like the Bear Grylls meme, adapt, improvise, overcome. But there was a bit of a loophole where productions could still continue. Yeah. Because everything was going online, so productions could still continue through all of that nonsense and stuff. So that was fine. Or I'd just advertise, if you've got footage that you're recording during this time, send it to me, I'll edit it up, make it look good. But yeah, just work your way up slowly. Don't try and make like a whole big step. If you're just getting into it and you get a job for like a free camera setup, full day shoot in a studio, loads of deliverables, quick turnaround, you're probably not going to be there yet. Just start slow. Whether it's photos, just start shooting for your friends, start shooting for your family, just build up your portfolio. If it's videos, do spec work, you know, go to an event, go to a festival, film and make your own highlight reel. Go and offer to be B-cam and behind the scenes for other more local established people.
How important do you think it is, especially early on, how important do you think it is being adaptable to different situations? Because obviously if you're starting out, you probably are shooting as a second angle for like a more established person. How much does being adaptable actually play a part in becoming a full-time creative? Because super important. Like I know there'll be lots of people that say niche down, just do this, just do that, but having that adaptability, like I know there's the phrase of jack of all trades, master of none, but in this kind of industry, if you know the fundamentals, you can film anything. If you know the fundamentals, you can photograph anything. So niching down, I don't agree with. So being adaptable, I think is super beneficial. I think that's something we agree on quite a lot, actually. Is being adaptable is so important. And niching down is, you know, I took that advice at the start of when I started out, and it did not work for me. No, it really limits the work that you can do. If you're like getting inquiries for like a food event or a music festival and you're just trying to focus on portraits or just storytelling interviews or something, and you've got to turn away that work, that's fine. If you're really wanting to just be known for this or just be known for that's cool, but I'd say you're limiting your skill set and also and limiting your experience as well. And also in this industry, there's not really, unless you're doing incredibly well, you can't really afford to just turn away work. Exactly. You know, like because he lives. Yeah, exactly. Like for the start of this year, I don't know how the start of this year was for you, but January to March, nothing, dead. Opposite for me. Really? Flat out. I feel like I say every year, like January and February, I'm just like, right, I'm just going to ease into the year. Nope. It's always for some reason manic, and I don't know why, but literally for the last 4 years, every January, February, March is just non-stop. I guess because people are just trying to get ahead on the year for whether it's batch shooting podcasts or batch shooting internal videos for corporate stuff or all that sort of stuff. Like it's always really busy this time of year, and it always takes me by surprise. Especially after Christmas when everyone's broke. But then see, this is the thing I was coming up against, is that people were saying that they hadn't got the budget there to shoot, which is fair enough, you know, not all the time. Every company's last thought is budget for filming and photos. Always is. Always is, and it's always the last thing they organise for an event. And they go, oh, we've got 100 quid, can you do anything? It's, you do a 5-hour day, next day delivering photos and videos, 100 quid. What's your most ludicrous client request? Obviously, don't name clients, don't name and shame, but okay, I've named this one. I'll leave that entirely up to you. I've named this one, but, so I was shooting an event called the Allergy and Free From Show. Okay. I don't think that show actually exists anymore. It was an event at the XL. Right. And there was an influencer there, and it's allergy and free from, so lots of vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, celiac, I think that's the same thing, but same kind of thing. And I had to film, one of the key things to film was this influencer who had just sort of wiggled her way into the gluten-free space. Right, okay. And had wrote a book. And it was meant to be like a bunch of sort of celiac, like gluten-free recipes. So she sent it out to lots of gluten-free influencers and sent it as like a care package, but with loads of not gluten-free snacks, which I thought, that's hilarious. And no one was really there for the talk that she was going to do. So no one else was there from the event, so I was like scurrying around, looking around like, okay, who's going to get on stage? So I was like, it's like, you go on stage and I'll just film like sort of from waist up, so there's no crowd shots, and we managed to pull it off. And then a few weeks later, this influencer also is a country singer as well.
So in every different avenue.
As you do, yeah. Fair enough.
And literally messaged me, because we got chatting afterwards, and I was like, cool, look, here's my details. We're going to put the highlight reel up probably like tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah.
Send us your details and stuff. She sent me mine, I sent her hers, sent her mine, and all that sort of stuff. And then I get a message on Instagram. Shall I see if I can find it? I probably still do have it. Let me have a look. So sent me a message on Instagram. Let me have a look. I do still have it, I think.
I do love a rogue message on Instagram. It always makes me chuckle.
Here we go. So this influencer, like I said, country singer, I don't think does it anymore, but it was sort of what was trending at the time.
Okay.
It still is again now. Everyone's into country music now.
Beyonce effect.
Yeah, there's the Beyonce Post Malone effect, I think.
Well, it's a bit of both, really. Yeah. Let's be honest.
But Post Malone's is a country album. Beyonce's isn't.
Yes, it is. We won't get into the heated debate there.
It's true, though. It's true. And this influencer was playing country to country festivals Saturday and Sunday, and sent me a message saying, "Hey, great to meet you at this show. Would you be up for filming some stuff tomorrow and Sunday? As in Saturday and Sunday. I'm there all day in exchange for social exposure. I can do you a story shout out." And I was like,
brilliant.
No.
Yeah,
no.
great.
A story expires after 24 hours, and realistically, when you get tagged in a story, what real benefit do you get from that? No one's really clicking it. And I literally had to say, like, no, you have, how many is it? 3 million followers on Instagram. 3
million followers, and asking for.
You can definitely afford to pay
content
for a videographer to film your set at country to country.
That's wild.
Only way is Essex stars, man.
Fun.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Say no more on that one. Yeah, Jesus.
Mental.
That sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah. And was like really trying to like haggle on what we could do. It's like, oh well, I'll get you your tickets as well. I was like, well, it's not really getting me a ticket. You would have been allocated a set amount of guest passes, so that's no benefit really to me. Yeah. So you do get these random odd requests. Like I got one the other day. Can you film this event? Multiple camera setup, some interviews, 5-hour day, £100. It's like, not really.
No. I think my most rogue request was actually quite recently. I was asked to go to the borders of Scotland.
Standard.
Great. 3-day event.
Yeah.
Okay. And they said, look, we've got a budget of £150.
That's the petrol alone.
And I said, okay, so that's the fuel covered. Marvellous. I said, okay, well, it's 3 days. I don't have any way of staying up there. I said, are you able to put up accommodation? They said, well, unfortunately, you'd have to sort your own accommodation. I said, okay, right.
That's also eating out of the budget.
Yeah, it literally destroyed the budget immediately. And they were like, oh, look, we've got, it's quite a big event and there's a lot going on and we could get you, a load of exposure. And I said, look, I've been doing this for, what now, 5 years, I think it's been? Like full-time, 5 years.
Yeah.
So I'm not doing it. I take paid work only, and like a lot of people say that you should work for free at the beginning,
definitely.
And I think that's fair enough.
Yeah.
But I also think you should, in a sense, at least make sure your like travel's covered, your accommodation's covered, because if you're doing a whole load of work off your back, that's an expense, and it might not even work out for you in the long run.
No, like I shoot this car rally every year.
Yeah.
Which some people think, oh, it's the best job ever, photographing supercars. No, it's tiring. It's a week of an average of 3 to 4 hours of sleep, because you're photographing all day, editing all day, photographing in the evening for the events, and then editing in the evening, ready to have the photos ready for the next day. And there's a lot of expenses with that, because you're on the road for like 5 to 6 hours a day, loads of like roadside meals and stuff. And 1 day in, that's cool, but after 5 days, all of those expenses of petrol store, food and dinners all add up. So always take into account your expenses and make a note of them, and just add them to the budget, like add them to the invoice. But even that, £150, that's the petrol. That's the petrol and time spent travelling as well. Yeah. Because for longer jobs, I'll charge for time spent travelling. Yeah, of course. Because if it's a long drive or a long bit of travel or a flight or whatever it may be, that's a day or two out of your time. Yeah, where you could be editing or doing other jobs. Stuff, exactly. Growing a business. Some people don't get it, and we're definitely not trying to be bitchy, but some people just don't get it. No, that's spacebar. Done. Lovely. Woo. But crazy. So
Oh, I had a really good question there. Damn, that's really annoying. That's just escaped me.
Can you change the music?
Can you change the music? Oh yeah. How do you respond to that though? How do you respond to people? So for those of you who don't know, a music change when you're doing a video edit is very involved, because a lot of the time you're editing to the beat of the song, and you've built out this whole like story essentially in the video using the music to back it up. It's a major change. It's not just a quick, oh, okay, we'll just change that over, everything's going to be fine.
Yeah,
like,
there might be like a rise in the track.
Yeah, exactly.
And a drop where you want the hero shot to be, whether it's at the beginning or at the end, and you've got to time it to that. I usually, on the pre-production call, send the client or clients the link to my copyright-free music service and get them to like choose 3 songs.
Yeah.
So I try and mitigate the can you change the music like discussion enough. Occasionally they will be like, actually we've chose these 3 tracks, you've used one of them, but can you use the other, or you know, we're actually not feeling these 3 tracks now, can you use something else? And I do say that's fine, but that will count to another sort of day or another revision kind of thing, because that is sort of like, you're not fully starting the edit from scratch, but you're starting the bulk of it from scratch.
And how do you find, so obviously how do you deal with people sort of almost taking the mick with the revisions? Because
I put in the contract.
Yeah, so in my contract I say you've got up to 3 revisions. You pick out the music beforehand. That's that. How do you stop people from going over that sort of threshold? Do you charge for it as well?
I do, I put it in the contract. I usually do 2 revisions for corporate jobs. I do 4 rounds of revisions, because I know corporate jobs, there's so many different people, and it goes like the video will be passed from my main contact for the job to their contact to the big boss, so, and each of them will have their own thoughts. So for the corporate jobs it's usually about 4 revisions, just because I know from experience of like the 5.5 years of doing this, the corporate jobs always have more than 2, but for most jobs it's 2. For like a podcast, we'll do the first pass, like the client will be like, actually let's cut this, let's cut that, they'll send it to the guest will be like, yep, this is fine to go out, or actually my boss said I shouldn't have really said that, can we cut that? So I do put it very clearly in the contract that you've got this amount of revisions, but then when I send the first revision I say, okay, thanks for these notes, your first round of revisions is complete, here's a reminder, you've got 1 more round of revisions left for this project before it falls outside the scope of work. And usually if you sort of constantly remind like the client, and it's not like nagging, but keeping that sort of thought in their mind that, okay, we got to make this edit the last edit, or we're going to be going over our budget, or we're going to have to spend a bit more money. So always keeping that in the kind of forefront of their mind that, you know, if they want this video quick, which most of them do, keep revisions within the parameter of the scope of the project.
I think that's one thing that people who are starting out don't sort of realise, is that there is so much, if you're not ready for it, if you're not prepared for it, there is so much back and forth between yourself and the client, and that can prove to be quite an issue, especially if they start going, oh right, we need to change the music, we need to change this, and it becomes this whole slog of just constantly back and forth.
I did a video with my good friend Tiggs, shout out to Tiggs,
Hi, Tiggs.
Absolutely legendary like boudoir photographer, but we did a shoot together, and this company, remain nameless, but they were in the middle of rebranding, so we had to film this promo video that was going to be run as an ad, go on their website, all that sort of stuff, landing page kind of thing. We had to film 2 versions of it with 2 alternative scripts, and we still, like towards the end of it, we still weren't completely sure which one was going to be used. So we had to change the contract, change the deliverables and all that sort of stuff.
What's your favourite job you've had so far in the 5.5 years you've been doing this? What is your highlight job for you? What's been the one that goes, yeah, that was a really cool client, that was a really cool video or photo shoot? What was that? Modball,
I'd say, is really cool. Modball it's a sick time. It's tiring, but you get to meet a lot of people. Like, I've met like a whole sort of networking group of people from the event, and all the people on Modball all are very high net worth individuals. So I can network with them and get in the same room with them, go out to dinner with them. It's great benefit to me, and I've gotten quite a lot of work from
like that, which is nice.
Yeah.
You get to see a lot of places, you get to photograph cool stuff, great conversations, and it's just a sick time. Chicken George is always good fun.
Yeah.
They're always good fun shoots. They're just carnage, absolute carnage. It's just mess. Like Chris from Chicken George, absolute legend. He'll send me a message like the other day, like I think one of my first shoots with him, he was like, oh, what's your movements tomorrow? I was like, oh, nothing much, editing in the afternoon, nothing in the morning. He's like, cool. He sends me an Amazon screenshot of an order, and he's like, got a bride's dress and veil and some lipstick. I was like, right, I've got an idea, I'll tell you tomorrow. And I'm like, okay, cool.
Great, lovely.
Cool, sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'd say Modball, it's pretty cool. I filmed one of Joel Dommett from Master Singer, one of his stand-up specials in Swindon.
Yeah.
That was quite fun. We clipped all that up, and that was good. Well, that was hard because I was right behind the camera trying not to laugh.
Yeah, of
so
course.
I'm trying to literally stay straight face so I can capture the audience sound right next to the camera. Trying not to giggle.
Yeah, nice. So okay, right, so you've mentioned you do podcasts. One, how many podcasts are you currently producing? And
4
two,
at the moment.
4.
4
Fair enough.
on the regular.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
There's a lot. There's a lot.
What got you into that? Was it just similar to myself, where you've got a client and they've gone, is there any way we could do a podcast?
Yeah, a lot of the clients that do podcast are in sort of the corporate and marketing world.
Yeah.
So I know the benefit that the podcast can bring them, because they can get so much content from a podcast. They can get the long form episode itself, the clips for YouTube, Instagram Reels, TikTok, the clippable viral moments, and a lot of them have gone viral.
Yeah.
Like marketing sort of hot takes and stuff. You get in front of your audience and also the guest's audience. If you have a pretty big guest, you get in front of their audience, which is great. But also, you can transcribe the podcast. You can use that for email marketing. You can make thread posts about it, like Twitter threads and all that sort of stuff. You can just get so much from a podcast. And I started it just because I love podcasts. I listen to probably about 20 different podcasts throughout the week or so when I'm editing photos or editing a video that doesn't require me to be fully locked in with the sound. Grim. So I'll range from like true crime to you know personal development to tech to all sorts. I love a podcast. It's just easy listening. Yeah, it's like an audio book.
What's your favourite podcast at the moment?
Modern Wisdom. Chris Williamson.
Okay, nice.
His episodes, they're just beautifully shot. All on like 6K red cameras.
In a beautiful barn as well.
In a beautiful barn. Like the Matthew McConaughey one was sick. That was a great listen. Naval Ravikant, that was like a 3-hour episode of just non-stop knowledge from him. Really, really good podcasts. Beautifully shot, great questions. You learn a lot from them.
Yeah, of course.
Class, absolutely class.
Do you find that when you're usually listening to a podcast, you're doing it photo editing typically, or do you do it with video editing as well?
Mostly photo editing, but then for video editing it'll be just when I'm making like the selects of like an event or
cool.
the video from the day. If it's like an instrumental thing, then I can just have it on low in the background. Yeah. But if there's like interview or audio, then no podcast.
Not a chance. Yeah.
No, absolutely not. But podcast wise, my hack for that is edit on 2x speed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Best thing ever.
Absolutely.
Best thing ever. Edit on 2x speed. Obviously, make sure you put it back to normal speed when you export. But edit on 2x speed is great.
Have you ever exported it at 2x speed?
I have once. And I was like, why is the file size for this hour and a half episode like 1 gig? And I was like, oh right, got the Alvin and the Chipmunk sound going on.
Yeah.
Live and learn.
Yeah. What's your biggest lesson that you've learned over the last 5 years?
Contracts. Contracts.
Yeah.
Absolutely contracts. Yeah, without a doubt. Contract everything. Whether it's like a family photo shoot, a full scale sort of event, interviews, podcasts, just get everything in a contract. Protects you, protects the client, just have a contract.
Yeah, nice. What taught you that lesson, if you don't mind my asking?
I had a client, in the fitness space in Hitchin. They signed on to me for 12 months to create content for them.
Okay.
And then I noticed they started using a different videographer.
Right.
Which I was like, okay, interesting. So I sent them a message saying, oh, what day are we shooting this month? Have you got your content ideas planned, or do you need a bit of help with that? Same with the photos. And she's like, oh, actually, we're going to use someone else now. So I was like, oh, okay, but you do realise you've still got like 6 more months with me in the contract. She was like, do we? I was like, yes, you signed a 12-month contract. And they said, oh, we didn't read that part. Okay, screenshot, all of the Instagram messages, all the emails, and the contract, everywhere that states it was a 12-month contract.
Yeah.
And all the messages of you acknowledging that it's a 12-month contract.
Yeah.
So, yeah, get that in contract. They stopped using me, which is fine. Like, there was already a few red flags, but I got, because of the contract, got the 6 months worth of income from that because they cancelled it.
Yeah, of course.
Got to be done.
Happy days.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Contracts, they're the best.
Fair enough.
That and back up your footage.
Oh,
just
God.
Back up everything.
Yeah.
Twice, yeah.
Minimum twice.
I've got my editing hard drives and then my archive hard drives, which have everything on the editing hard drive on it. But then also I've got a big chunky couple of hard drives of every year. I've got a copy of them, but I also keep a copy of them, so many copies, at my mum's house should my office ever get robbed. And I don't keep them at home because I have a kid.
Yeah, of course.
Munch. So I keep them at my mum's so they're safe. Should there be like an office break-in or a fire, that way there's still loads of stuff on them should anything happen.
All good.
Yeah.
What's something you're still learning even now? Like what's your like your next step for you? What does that look like?
It's all the AI stuff, man.
Yeah.
The AI stuff, like, I definitely feel like you're going to be replaced by AI or replaced by someone using AI. And the Google VO stuff is jarring, really jarring.
It's weird, isn't it?
I do quite like the Bigfoot vlogs, though. The Bigfoot vlogs are
Do you know
cool.
what? So I watched one of those not long ago. I watched one just to see what it was like, and it was the most surreal thing
it's nuts.
ever.
It still looks a little bit video game-ish.
Yeah.
Like, it definitely looks like a cutscene from like GTA 6 or something, but it's still really, really cool. Scary. I've luckily not had any clients come to me saying, oh, can you generate a video with AI? It also costs quite a bit to generate. Yeah. Like, to actually generate a decent video, you got subscriptions.
It costs a lot.
Yeah, I've already got enough monthly subscriptions.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
what's your best bit of software that you're using at the moment, like other than obviously Final Cut or Photoshop or anything like that? Absolutely.
Holding out hope for it.
Yeah.
Holding out hope.
Just about.
Every time there's an Apple event and they are editing on a MacBook and they're saying, oh, this new MacBook Pro 4 Pro chip can edit 12 streams of 8K footage, and they're like, DaVinci or Premiere, and I'm like,
You're
why
like,
aren't you using Final Cut? It's your own software,
please.
I'm just like, eventually they're just going to kill it off. But then they released the iPad app for it. I was like, oh, hope.
Yeah.
And best bit of software though, Riverside FM.
Yeah, nice.
Well, I don't think it's FM anymore, but Riverside, I love it.
Yeah.
You can just upload your content to it, clip it all up, transcribe it. For podcasts, you can do chapter markers from it. You can distribute a podcast to it. It just saves so much time. And also you can live stream from it as well. So I've got a client that will live stream the recording of the podcast onto LinkedIn.
Nice.
And they can get questions live during the thing. And I'll read them out. I'll turn my mic on and producer mode and read the question out, and they can answer it live whilst recording the podcast on LinkedIn.
That's wild. I didn't actually know you could. I did not know you could do that.
And you
That's
can
crazy.
multi-stream, so you can multi-stream to LinkedIn, Twitch, YouTube, all those sorts of places. So Riverside comes in pretty clutch.
Yeah, nice. Speaking of LinkedIn, how do you find it on there?
I hate it.
Yeah.
It's just, can we swear on this?
Yeah,
I don't think I've swore yet. It's just dick swinging. It's literally just dick swinging. I hate it. I saw one of my friends who does a lot of property. He runs like this a bunch of co-working spaces as well. Yeah. And he posted a photo of an elephant's trunk.
Just swinging.
It was just no, literally.
Oh.
Yeah. And it was like LinkedIn these days, and I was like, yeah, it literally is just people like glazing themselves. I follow. This is quite funny actually. I follow a Reddit thread called r/LinkedIn Lunatics.
Oh god.
Every week or so, I'll just have a little scroll through it and just see the most unhinged, cringe LinkedIn posts. Yeah. And I was scrolling through it the other day, and I actually saw one of my clients
on
it, and I was like, fuck, what do I do? Do I tell her? And I was like, I'm just going to drop it into our podcast shoot next week.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, I know you love LinkedIn, don't you? And I was like, yeah, I'm not the biggest fan. I do love the r/LinkedIn lunatic. And she was like, oh my god, I love it. I've been featured on it like 3 times. I was like, it's the best thing ever. I was like, oh sick, great.
Yeah.
So I was like, did you see the post that someone screenshotted that put you in it like last week? And she was like, yeah, it's brilliant.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I hate LinkedIn.
I think it's got its place, but it has definitely become a lot more dick swingy in the last.
Yeah, I'd
say about 2 years.
Do you remember that viral post? The guy who was like, it was a picture of him and his now fiance.
Yeah.
I proposed to my girlfriend of 6 years. Here's everything it taught me about sales. I'm like, bro, have a day off.
How did that teach you anything about sales?
Literally.
What did that teach you?
Have a day off, bro. Touch some grass.
Madness. Literally, touch some grass.
That's probably some poo, but
yeah.
Like,
there's a lot of sheep in this field.
There are, sheep and red kites.
Yeah, we're currently at Paxton Hills, which is a beautiful, beautiful spot.
It's a vibe.
And we're currently looking out over a rather, frankly, lovely vista.
Yeah. Big up Hertfordshire.
Yeah, big up Hertfordshire for sure. What's your favourite spot to go to? If you've ever got a bit of time to yourself, which I know for us is quite
Very
rare.
Yeah.
What's your favourite spot to go to?
I do love Hitchin Lavender.
Yeah.
Always good there. Like literally the other day, I went there to have a Zoom call.
Yeah, cool.
I was just like, I'm
gonna go there.
Bored of the office. I'm just gonna see if anyone notices there's a lavender field behind me and think if it's a Zoom background. Yeah, I love Hitchin Lavender. Blue Lagoon in Arlesey. That's really good.
Yeah, nice.
Pretty hard to get to now, so fence it up, and the boating community don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is this
nice.
like a spot to go to on the everyday, or just like?
Yeah, just if you wanted to like hop out for a day.
Probably Hitchin Lavender, but again, it's seasonal, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. Like, what's okay? Right, on your favourite season then? What is it? What's your favourite season?
Autumn.
Autumn. Same.
It's the best.
It's
autumn.
So good.
And golden colours. My edits are usually on
Gold.
the warmer tone of like style anyway. So autumn, it's just a vibe.
Yeah.
Autumnal AF.
Absolutely.
Or as Ben calls it, autumnus.
Autumnus.
Nice.
Yeah,
I don't think it's a word, but it is a word now.
Yeah, absolutely
Autumnus.
So we've got a couple of questions. Obviously, this is the first episode of Hilltop Talks, so we've got a couple of questions for you. One of which is from a chap called Mark, and he says, "What is the biggest I made that moment?" And I'm assuming he means like content-wise, like where you've gone. I'm really proud of that.
Ooh, that's tricky. You know, when like you're shooting so much, it's hard to like zoom out and remember like all the projects that you've done.
Yeah,
it's so hard to remember that. That's really tough. I mean, I've digged at wedding films the other, like all episode, but
yeah,
there was a wedding film that I did shoot, and I did try my absolute hardest to make it completely different to every other wedding thing that I've done.
Yeah,
and I sent it off to the client, the bride and groom.
Yeah.
About 10 minutes later, the wedding film was about 10 minutes, so the groom sends me a message and it was quite explicit. He said, "Connor, you fucking prick." And I was like, fuck, what have I done? It's like, is everything okay with doing the film? He's like, "No, you've just made me cry in front of my missus. Now I'm never going to live that down." I was like, oh, sick, yeah. And I was super proud of that.
Yeah, nice.
But it's hard to think of that standout piece. I guess if you're like, you're just making like short films and stuff where everything is a little bit more individualized,
yeah,
it's easier to pick and choose. But because I'm doing so much corporate stuff, short form stuff, podcast,
yeah,
it's all loads of stuff happening all at once. It's hard to like
be like,
distinguish
this
in a way.
is the one.
This is the one. Yeah,
I think that's what a lot of people in our world struggle with, is picking out that one video or that one photo that they've taken and gone, yeah, that's probably the best one I've done yet.
Photo wise, there is one that I'm super proud of that I got at Modball this year. Like, it was so last minute, like all the Modballers can attest for this, that this was so like not planned at all. We were literally about to board the ferry to Ibiza from Valencia. Nice. And some guy decided to stand on top of his Lamborghini.
Nice.
And I was like, oh god, it's going to be one of those moments where the screen or the roof smashes. And no, he had 2 like confetti cannons, and I literally jumped out of the car. Didn't even have the lens I wanted on. I had the 16-35 f4 on.
Nice.
And he set off this confetti cannon, and Where is it? I can't zoom in because it's an Instagram reel cover, but that photo there, setting off confetti.
That's sick.
I'll send it to you so you
Yeah,
can put it in.
I'll show. You'll see this now.
Standing on top of a Lamborghini, setting off a confetti cannon. It was just perfect.
Yeah, that's class.
That's probably my favourite photo so far.
That's actually class. And then a bit of a less serious question.
Oh, God.
From a mutual friend of ours, Ben.
God, Ben.
Beza Visuals,
Beza
if you're
Visuals.
looking for it. He's recently started doing wedding videography, which is looking class.
He's got his own thing now.
Yeah.
Which is pretty sick. So
happy days.
Big up Beza.
Absolutely. So he asks,
Oh, God.
what's your favourite Fortnite skin?
Not the Fantastic Foreskin.
Oh, that was awful.
That was so
bad.
I saw Fortnite post that on Instagram. All new Fantastic Foreskins available now. I was like, yeah, but one thing.
I can't believe they actually managed to post
but there's
that.
no way to talk about it without saying Fantastic Foreskin.
Yeah.
No,
So,
like, I would say the pickle. The pickle.
Okay.
The pickle's quite cool. The Star Wars ones were pretty neat.
Classic.
But the pickle, or the cactus. The
Pickle
cactus
or the
thing.
cactus. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
So, to end the show, I've got one last question for you. What's one piece of creative advice that you would challenge the next guest to agree or disagree with?
So something that I've been dealing with this year, and Ben, shout out Ben.
Yep.
Is we've had a local videographer trying to poach our clients from us.
Oh yes.
Yes. I'm not going to name him.
Of course.
And also making some of the people that I work with my clients uncomfortable, which is not fun.
Never fun.
What was the question again? Try and be...
So, what piece of creative advice would you ask the next guest to agree or disagree with?
Don't compare yourself to others.
Okay.
Don't compare yourself to others. I think that's my creative advice. Like, comparing yourself to others, I think in a way can put you in a mindset of like putting down your work.
Yeah.
That's my hot take, and I always try and just consume less, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I get you. Okay, cool. So that's that.
Yeah.
That's the show. For people who don't know you and who have not seen your work, where can they find it? Give us your @s. Tell us where your work's found.
I've been trying to get @Connor Wells for so long on Instagram, but it seems to be like a dead account.
Love
I've
that.
messaged the guy. I've offered him money to have the @, but they haven't posted since 2020. So it's
Love that.
@CJW_HQ. Website connorwells.com. Facebook. I don't use Facebook. LinkedIn.
Don't really use
Don't use
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn. Mostly YouTube and Instagram and TikTok, really.
Wicked.
Yeah.
All
And
the
website.
same yeah.
All the same really.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, there
Except
you
my
go.
name, which on YouTube is just Connor Wells.
Yeah, perfect.
Big up YouTube. How are you finding YouTube?
I like YouTube. I've been having a lot of fun with YouTube recently, to be honest. It's I've been posting a lot of my work because obviously the start of this year I switched to mainly doing video work. So for those of you who don't know, for the last 5-ish years I've been shooting photo and video content, and I wanted to, so I sort of looked at the stats and sort of looked at what was most popular at the moment and what the bookings were, and I was constantly finding that video was outperforming photos, so much so that last year over 60% of my shoots were video shoots. So I took the decision at the start of this year to sort of rebrand it a little bit
Lean into the video.
just go to video. So I've been posting a lot of my work on YouTube, a lot of my work on Instagram, and it's gone down really well. There's one documentary I did following an artist. It got 21,000 views, which for a channel with like 320 subscribers,
that's pretty neat.
It's really good, and I was really happy with it. But yeah, I like YouTube. It's good. I think I'm struggling a bit with TikTok. I always have done. It's one of those things where you either like put something out that you put no effort into and it just becomes the most amazing thing, or
absolutely sends,
or you put like no effort into it and it's just like done.
Yeah,
here you go.
Yeah, I prefer YouTube.
Yep, cool.
Second would be like Instagram. Third would be like TikTok.
Yeah,
but I was saying the other day to my wife, like, I don't really watch telly. Like, don't watch telly, like TV. All I watch is YouTube.
Yeah, because there's a lot more choice.
Yeah, I could watch, I don't know, like not I really watch them anymore, a Mr. Beast video, or I can watch a podcast on there, or I could watch proper niche, a video about construction and mega builds from the B1M.
Right.
Love it, great channel. Shout out to the B1. What is that?
That is
vile.
Horrendous.
That is
whatever that is.
diabolical. Yeah, like, the YouTube just gives you the options. No ads. I'm more than happy to pay $12.99 a month for no ads on YouTube than slop on TV.
Yeah. Well, fair dues.
Big up YouTube.
Big up. Well, thanks for coming on, and we'll see you next time at the top of a hill.